What's up, RC fam? Yankee RC here. And you can see what I have on the bench next to me right here on my left is I have the Hornet EVO. So this is going to be my next project that I'm going to be working on, the Hornet EVO. So just to give you a little background real quick, I actually picked this up in December. This is when it was released in December. I don't know if it's back in stock yet. Last time I checked on the Tamiya website, it was still out of stock. Hopefully they'll be releasing some more. So some of you other guys, if you didn't get it in December, you can get it now. But this is our next project. We're going to be working on the Hornet EVO. And like I said, I picked this up in December. But the wife told me at the time, she was like, this is going to have to be part of my holiday gifts. So I couldn't open it up in December. I had to wait till the holidays, to December 25th, obviously, to open it up. And then I got bogged down with a couple of other projects. Specifically, I was working on the Tamiya Porsche 956, and I'll be releasing a video about that hopefully soon. And then after the Tamiya Porsche 956, I started working on my bash vehicles, my X-Max, my E-Revo, my Sledge, and so on and so on. So I started getting those items ready, getting those cars ready for the spring. So I finally got around to building this Hornet EVO. So let's get this cracked open and let's see what's in the box, and let's go through a quick, I'm not gonna call this a build video because I'm not going through any details about building this. I'll probably just give a couple of tips, but I'm just gonna open up the box. We're gonna get this built and we're gonna show you guys the final product, the Tamiya Hornet EVO. Okay guys, you can see I've attached the tub, but you'll notice right back here I ended up going with the standard motor that they supply with the kit, and there's two reasons that I did that. My original or my re-released Hornet, I want to act like it's an original one from the 80s, but my re-released Hornet that I'm going to be comparing this to has this same CAN motor installed. And the other thing is that in the end, the shaft here on this Traxxas motor was too long when I put it in here, like so. It actually didn't allow this cover, cover to go on. So I would have had to cut this shaft down in order to get this on, which wouldn't have been an issue. I would have cut it down. But the other thing about it is that, like I said, I want to compare this to performance-wise to the original one that I rebuilt. I should say rebuilt. Once again, I don't want to use terms that insinuates this one from the 80s. To my re-released Hornet. So I wanted to be an apples to apples comparison. So I decided to go with that motor as opposed to going with the Traxxas motor. Okay, team, so now we're going to go to bag number B. So you can see I had a couple of screws left from bag A. It's not a big deal. Usually when you're building a Tamiya, you always have 1 or 2 screws, maybe even a little more left from bag to bag, because these bags are designed for multiple kits. But now we're going to go to bag number B. So you see what I do. I just cover up bag number A with this, my next bucket. These fit right on top of each other. And I am going to open up bag number B. Hey guys, so I'm back, and you can see that I've made some progress here. My camera actually went dead, so that's why I didn't realize I wasn't recording. But you can see I have the front shocks on now. I actually have the rear shocks on now. What else did I do here? I have the bumper on. I don't think that was on when I did it. And the A-arms are on, the front A-arms, and I've also connected the push. I've also connected the front steering information and everything. The front steering mechanisms and everything are now attached to here. So I think that's everything that I did. I'm not sure, but basically this is where I'm at right now. I'm actually, if you look in the book, I'm actually on step 34. One of the notes I would give everybody, because I actually made this mistake and I had to fix it, is when you're putting together the shocks, there's actually 2 different color bladders that go in here. The green bladder, which is a smaller bladder, goes in the front shocks, and the red one goes in the red shocks. I didn't actually read that, and I actually had to take these off and put the green and switch them around. But that's where I'm at right now. So actually, I'm sorry, I said I'm on step 34. I'm actually on step 38. I am about to put the tires together, and oh, what a joy of getting these tires together. Okay, so you can see we've made a lot of progress here with the Hornet, and I have the body up here, but I just wanted to point out a couple of differences between this Hornet body and the either original Hornet body or the re-released Hornet body compared to the Hornet EVO here. So first thing is pretty obvious, is you have to actually cut out this section in the back here in order to fit this over the motor. You can see the original Hornet doesn't have that cutout, and the original Hornet will not fit there. You can see it bounces right up against here. Let me see if I can show you that. Yeah, it bounces right up against here, so that is not going to go down right here. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the wheel wells up front. These are the original Hornet. You can see how small they are. I shouldn't say how small they are, but you know, they're just noticeably not as deep as the new Hornet bodies wheel wells. So you can see how much smaller they are, and that's because of these shocks up here that are a lot wider. So these shocks right here that are a lot wider. So to get that body to fit up there, you know, just a small modification, just a small difference, like I said, between the original Hornet body and the new Hornet EVO body. So here we are, RC fam. This is the completed Tamiya EVO. So let's just go around it a little bit. I I actually don't have the antenna on. I need to put the antenna on, but it's actually sticking out at the front right here. But anyway, all in all, not too bad of a build. Very, very similar to the original re-released Hornet. So came together pretty quick. It took me a long time to I shouldn't say a long time, but it took me longer to complete this, only because I was actually waiting. In the video, I actually did a comparison of the original Hornet, or the re-release Hornet, to the Evo Hornet, just to give you guys a view of, you know, how they look. And that's the reason this actually took me a little longer to build, is because I actually had to wait on that Hornet body to get here, and because I wanted to paint them at the same time. But here it is. This is the completed Evo. All in all, not too bad of a build. Let's just go. I'm gonna just do a little quick montage of me running this Hornet Evo outside. So let's take a look at it. Okay, we're back inside, and as a comparison, I also threw just a couple of seconds of video of the re-release Hornet in there, and you can see they drive very, very similar. I will admit that this one seems to absorb, the Evo seems to absorb the bumps a little better than the original one, and that's probably due to the updated shocks, also due to the updated shocks up front, and also the updated shocks in the rear. And as far as speed wise, I didn't do a speed run, but just in my humble opinion, they tended to run the exact same, you know, really similar. If one was 1 mile faster or slower than the other one, I couldn't really tell. But all in all, a great build. I really enjoyed building this Evo. I cannot wait until my next Tamiya build, which I believe is going to be the Mercedes on the TC01 chassis. I think that's the one that I have teed up next. But all in all, great build. Love putting this together. And this will now, it's a little dirty. I'm going to blow it off, wipe it off. But this will now become my latest Tamiya shelf queen. So, this is Yankee RC. Let's get out there and break something.